Hey everyone, it's MindLover348 here, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be ranking every power-up in Rocket League Rumble from worst to best. So today's list includes every single power-up in Rocket League Rumble. There are 11 of them, and this video took a little bit to put together, so if you guys could please leave a like, that would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications so you never miss one of my videos. Also, go check out my Twitch, because I do a lot of streams on there. I'm trying to stream every week on Twitch with a video here on YouTube every week, or at least every 2 weeks. But let's get right into the video. So coming in at the number 11 spot, we have Swapper, or as I call it, Switch Places. Switch Places is just one of those power-ups that, it's not that it's bad, it's just not good. In my opinion, I just get rid of this thing whenever I get it. For this video, I'll be ranking everything on how it's used in a gold to platinum level. The gameplay that you're seeing now is Plat 2. Might have dipped a bit since then because I got really overranked. If you guys saw the Rumble video, which if you haven't, go check it out because that's where I got the rank. But this is all filmed in a gold to platinum rank, so if you're over there, if you're over gold or platinum, it might not have as much use. But anyways, the only thing I can see Switch Places being used for is basically if you're getting a goalie out of the net or stopping a breakaway. But other than that, you need the perfect timing, and even then it can be hard to make the shot off, or get the save off, or etc. But the only thing with this, it is hard to recover from, but this, I just like getting rid of this thing, so that's why it's placed at number 11. Coming in at number 10, we have Disruptor, or as most people probably know it, Overboost. Overboost is one of those power-ups that sometimes you don't want to get overboosted, but other times you actually want to. In my opinion, there have been a couple times where I or someone else have actually wanted to get overboosted, and that's exactly what happened. So I was doing a 2v2 game of Rumble with my friends. We were all on split screen, and we were actually thanking each other for getting this power up. And it's easy to recover from because you can still kind of make some plays, and it gives you 100 boost at the end, which is kind of stupid, so that's why I'm placing it at number 10. So coming in at number 9, we have Tornado. Tornado is basically one of those power-ups that it's easy to recover from, and it throws other people off, but at the same time, it has the risk of throwing your teammates off. If you're in the other team's net, you could easily throw the other team off because you got the goalie out of the way, but if your team takes a shot, the ball will go everywhere. Although this doesn't hit your teammates everywhere, it hits everyone else everywhere, but it can really screw up aerials, and that's why I hate this thing. The only use that I've ever had for it was in that 2v2 Rumble game, and still wasn't as good as some other power-ups. Coming in at number 8, we have the Grappling Hook. The Grappling Hook, I think, can be often compared to the Plunger, and in Bronze and Silver, I think the Grappling Hook is pretty good, because Bronze and Silver, no offense to you guys, you can aerial. I was there once, I know how it feels. You can aerial in Bronze and Silver, and if you can, you're underranked. But in my opinion, this has no use in Gold and Platinum. When you get to Gold and Platinum, people start to aerial. And chances are more than likely that if there's a mid-air 50-50, going up for it if someone else is better than using a Grappling Hook. Because if they hit it first, and they hit the ball, you're going to be sending a wild tailspin, and then you could end up putting the ball in your own net. I think the Plunger is so much better than this power-up, which I'll be getting to later. But I know a lot of Bronzes probably like it, but for a Gold to Platinum scale, it's just terrible, but it's better than the other power-ups that I've listed so far. Coming in at number 7, we have the Power Hitter, or I call it the Fist, basically the thing that hits the ball really far. Fun fact, this was originally Tornado's spot, but now it's the Power Hitter because I realized Tornado was terrible. So, number 7, Power Hitter. The Power Hitter is basically one of those power-ups that it's good for a few things, and I'm not saying that this power-up is necessarily bad, there's just better power-ups out there. I'd actually say from this point on, all the power-ups are decent and won't really screw you over that bad. But with this power-up, it's really good for, I think, defense. Because if you take a shot from half, if you flip and take a shot from anywhere ahead of half, you are going to go over the net unless your teammate can get a double tap. But this thing is really good for taking out goalies, it's good for blowing up people who are on the ball, and it's good for long clears. That's why I'm rating this power-up low, because it doesn't have much use in offense. But in defense, if you guys are mostly play defense in Rocket League, this would be a good power-up to start using. Anyways, coming in at number 6, we have the Boot. The Boot is probably the most iconic power-up of Rumble, and it's not that it's bad, there's just better things on the list. I think the Boot is best used for taking out goalies, because it can be hard to recover from. You're basically sent flying, and if you, depending on how far you're going, it's hard to recover from that. So your best bet is actually, if you land near a boost pad, pick up some boost and then get back into play. But if you're a goalie and you get booted further into the net and the other team is shooting, you're screwed, which is why this power-up ranks so high. It can also be used for basically booting people out of the way when they have the ball, so that's why I'm placing it at number 6, because it's all around a good power-up, but not as good as some other power-ups on this list. Now we're moving into the top 5, which these are all power-ups that I usually use. These are my favorite ones to get. So, coming in at number 5, we have the Freezer, or I just call it Freeze. Let's just make it simple here. Freeze is one of those power-ups that I think has a use in bronze and silver, but it also does have a good use in gold and platinum. You can use this to stop shots, but that's probably by far its best use. Stall the ball while it's high enough in the air that other people can't get to it. So, in my opinion, the higher the ball is, the less chance that you're going to get it. And even at a gold to platinum rank, it actually works, because the higher I get, the more prone I am to miss. That just happens. It might be on the footage now, actually. But the Freezer is still all around a good power-up. You can also use it to set up your teammates, which I have done once. But in the higher ranks, this might not get as useful because people are there for a quick double tap. People are there for a save. So I don't think this has as much of a use in the higher ranks. So, but in gold and platinum, it's pretty good. So that's why I'm placing it at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have the Haymaker, or I call it the Punch. Basically, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the thing that hits the ball really far. The Punch is basically one of the best power-ups in the game. Another iconic power-up of Rocket League, it's basically like the boot, except you can hit the ball. The best uses for this are clearing out of your own end, getting the ball away from the other team, and if someone centers the ball, punching it right in. The problem with this power-up is if you misread it, if you misread the ball and hit it over the net, you can end up scoring on yourself. And trust me, it's happened a couple times, but it's still better than everything else that I've mentioned so far, which is why it comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have basically the opposite of the grappling hook, the Plunger. The Plunger, I think, is one of the better power-ups, but if you know how to use it, this thing can be deadly. I think the best use for this thing is getting it out of your own end, and if you camp in the other team's net, just pulling it in. I've actually done this a couple times and it's worked really well, but it is hard to use for me. I don't know about all gold to platinums, but for me, it is kind of hard to use it, and most of the time I end up using it to clear it out and then start an attack. So I always clear it out of my own end and then start an attack using the Plunger. I think it's one of the best uses for it, but it can also be used as a way to screw yourself up, because if you accidentally plunger thinking you have a grappling hook, which I don't know how that would happen, but it could, yeah, not gonna end well. Anyways, coming in at number 2, we have the Magnetizer, or the Magnet. That's what I call it. Let's just be simple here. The Magnet is really bad, I would say, in bronze to silver ranks. When I used to play Rumble, back when I was a bronze and a silver, I didn't like this thing at all. But if you know how to use it, it is good. In that 2v2 Rumble game with my friends, what I would actually do is I would feather my boost with the Magnet, so I could have the ball in the air. I would go over all of them, deke them all out, and then put it in the net. Believe me, this thing can be deadly if you know how to use it. And just imagine what Grand Champs can do with this, and RLCS level players could do with this. Honestly, I think there's nothing wrong with the Magnet. It's one of the better power-ups in the game, so that's why I'm placing it at number 2. But without any further interruption, I think you guys were expecting this. Coming in at number 1, we have Spikes. In bronze to silver, you get Spikes, you fly over everyone. In gold to platinum, you get Spikes, you pull off some insane dekes, and you get past everyone. In Grand Champ, you basically just drive like the wind and somehow get it in. They're Grand Champs. They should be able to do this. While it might not have much of a use in the higher ranks, the Spikes, they're just deadly. They're absolutely deadly in bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Because what you can do is you can deke out everyone with these. My best Spikes deke was deking out my own teammate, backflipping like weirdly, and then putting it in the net. Although time limit on Spikes, it has a longer time limit. Spikes only modes are so much fun. And this thing is basically all around a good power-up. I don't know what else I can say about it, because it's just so good. if you don't know how to use spike set, you're missing out. Figure out how to use it if you play a lot of Rumble, because if you guys don't think that I ranked this right, trust me, watch some gold and platinum games somehow and just see I ranked this in the right spot. But that's going to wrap up this video. So guys, let me know what you thought of my list in the comments below. I think I ranked everything pretty accurately. I don't know, the only area was the 7, 8, and 9, where it was Power Hitter, Grappling Hook, and Tornado. That might differ a bit, but keep in mind this was ranked on a gold to platinum scale, what I like best. So if you guys don't like my list, that's fine. It's more of a personal list, so don't think of it as, oh, you did this. This is like a general rank. This is more of a personal list. But if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss one of my videos. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.